Have you ever stopped to think about what's actually inside that tiny gold square on your credit card? That small metallic chip that somehow makes your purchases safer than the old-school magnetic stripe? It might look simple, but it's far more than a decorative piece of plastic. It's essentially a microscopic computer. And today, we're opening it up to see what's really going on inside, and how it silently safeguards your money every time you tap, insert, or even swipe, right here on Ordinary. Let's take a quick trip back in time. Remember when paying meant dragging your card across a reader? All of your sensitive information lived on that black magnetic stripe, and none of it was encrypted. Every single swipe transmitted the exact same details: your card number, expiration date, and security code. If a criminal captured that data once, they could duplicate it and use it again without much trouble. That all changed with the arrival of EMV technology. EMV stands for Europay, MasterCard, and Visa, the three companies that developed the global standard. These new chips weren't introduced just to modernize payments, they were designed to dramatically strengthen security. Unlike magnetic stripes that simply store information, EMV chips actually process it. And that shift, from storage to computation, makes all the difference. So what's actually packed inside that tiny chip on your card? The easiest way to picture it is this: it's a scaled-down computer built to fit inside a piece of plastic. At the heart of the chip is a microprocessor, the brain of the operation. This little processor handles complex cryptographic calculations and controls how information moves in and out of the card. Next, there's secure memory. This is where your card's sensitive information lives. But unlike the old magnetic stripe, this data isn't just sitting there exposed. It's encrypted, locked down, and carefully managed so it can't simply be copied and reused. The chip also runs on a miniature operating system. That's right, it has its own basic OS that executes instructions and manages communication during a transaction. And then there's the cryptographic engine. This is the powerhouse responsible for generating unique transaction codes, often called cryptograms, every single time you use your card. So the chip isn't passively storing information. It's constantly calculating, authenticating, and protecting your payment in real time, right at the checkout counter. So what actually happens the moment you slide your chip card into a payment reader? Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Initialization. As soon as you insert the card, the terminal sends power through the tiny metal contacts on the front of the chip. That small surge of electricity wakes the chip up. Immediately, it begins establishing a secure digital connection, often called a handshake, with the payment terminal. Step 2. Authentication. Next, the chip has to prove it's the real deal. It does this using built-in cryptographic keys and digital certificates. This process confirms the card hasn't been altered, duplicated, or tampered with. If something doesn't check out, the transaction can be stopped right there. Step 3. Dynamic data creation. This is where things get impressive. Instead of transmitting your actual card number like the old magnetic stripe used to, the chip creates a one-time use encrypted code, known as a cryptogram, that represents that specific purchase. Every single transaction generates a completely new code. So even if someone managed to intercept that data, it wouldn't work again. It's essentially disposable. Final step: verification and approval. The terminal sends that encrypted transaction code, along with purchase details, to your bank. On the other end, the bank uses its own secure keys to verify that the cryptogram is legitimate and matches your account. If everything lines up, the payment is approved, and your receipt prints out. And all of that, powering up, authenticating, encrypting, verifying, happens in just a matter of seconds. So why is this system so much safer than the old swipe method? It all comes down to one powerful concept: encryption. Magnetic stripes stored fixed, unchanging data. Every time you swiped, the exact same information was transmitted. Chip cards, on the other hand, rely on dynamic encryption. That means the chip never actually shares your real card number during a purchase. Instead, it creates a unique, encrypted transaction code that works only once. For anyone trying to skim or duplicate your card, that stolen data is basically worthless. It can't be reused, replayed, or cloned for another purchase. But the security doesn't stop there. These chips are also designed to recognize suspicious behavior. If the card detects something unusual, like being connected to a questionable terminal or signs of physical tampering, it can respond defensively. In extreme situations, some chips are even programmed to erase sensitive data if a serious threat is detected. It's like carrying a tiny high-tech security system in your wallet. And then there's tap to pay. Most modern cards now support contactless payments, powered by NFC or near-field communication. This allows the chip inside your card to exchange information wirelessly with a payment terminal using short-range radio signals. The steps are nearly the same as inserting the card: authentication, encryption, verification, just without the physical contact. When you tap, the chip still creates a one-time use cryptographic code. The only difference is that the data travels through secure radio waves instead of metal contacts. Same protection. Less time at the checkout counter. Even though some people still feel unsure about tap to pay, it's built on the exact same security foundation as inserting your card. The same dynamic encryption. The same real-time verification. The same one-time use codes. The only thing that changes is how the data travels. Now, it's easy to assume the security battle is happening just between your card and the payment terminal. But the real heavy lifting actually happens behind the scenes. When your chip creates that one-time cryptogram, it doesn't just disappear into the system. Your bank has to decode and validate it instantly. To make that possible, your card issuer keeps a secure version of your chip's credentials stored on protected servers. The bank compares the incoming code against its own records, scans for signs of fraud, confirms the purchase details, and sends back an approval, all in a fraction of a second. And your bank isn't working alone. Payment networks like Visa and MasterCard act as the communication highway. They route the transaction data from the store to your bank and back again, making sure everything flows quickly and securely. You've probably also noticed that sometimes you're asked to sign a receipt, while other times you enter a PIN. Both systems rely on the chip itself. The difference is how you confirm your identity. With chip and signature, your handwritten signature serves as verification. With chip and PIN, you enter a personal identification number, similar to what you'd use at an ATM. In general, PIN verification adds another layer of protection, since it's much harder to replicate a secret code than a signature scribbled on a screen. Chip and PIN is widely viewed as the safer option because a secret number is far more difficult to duplicate than a handwritten signature. In places like the United Kingdom and Australia, entering a PIN has long been the standard. Here in the United States, chip and signature has been more common, although the shift toward PIN verification continues to grow. And even with all this technology already packed into a thin piece of plastic, innovation hasn't slowed down. Some newer cards are now testing built-in biometric features, including fingerprint scanners embedded directly into the card itself. Others feature dynamic CVV technology, where that familiar 3-digit security code on the back actually changes every few hours, displayed on a tiny integrated screen. Looking ahead, chip technology will likely blend even more seamlessly with smartphones, smartwatches, and digital identification systems. The result? A slimmer wallet, faster checkouts, and even stronger layers of protection. So the next time you tap or insert your card at checkout, remember, you're not just holding a payment tool. You're carrying a compact, encrypted computer designed to defend itself. In just seconds, it authenticates your identity, generates secure codes, communicates with global banking networks, and protects your hard-earned money, all without you ever noticing. The chip may be small, but the technology powering it is anything but. Thanks for watching. If you have ideas for a future episode, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more stories hidden inside the everyday things we often overlook.